Hello, friends, and welcome to Take Two for this Wednesday, the 13th of October, 2021. I'm Jeannie. I'm so glad you've decided to come along for the ride today. Well, I was leafing through some old photos. My mother had so many old photos, and going through her stuff is just like crazy. But the truth be known, you go little by little on things that aren't essential and important. And as I was leafing through them, I started thinking about my mom again, and I started thinking about some of the old sayings she used to say. She always had a bag full of old sayings, one for every occasion, old proverbs and that kind of thing. I remember one thing that she used to say was, I complained I had no shoes until I met a man who had no feet. Now, of course, to little kids, when they hear things like that, they giggle and they think it's just absolutely silly and ridiculous. But as I've gotten older and I started to have a little bit of aches and pains, and it doesn't feel so good when I get up early in the morning and my bones are creaking and things like that. That kind of message just seems to have more meaning to me. She actually had a tapestry. I think it was a tapestry or some kind of thing on the wall that had that saying on it. It was an old Native American proverb is what it was. And it really, now that I think about it, it really does have great significance. So I know that as we're younger, we don't pay attention to things like that. We don't pay attention to old proverbs and words of wisdom and sayings and that kind of thing, because they don't really apply to our lives. But as we get older, it does more and more. And I'm just learning that something like that, I complained I had no shoes. Okay, people do complain when they are without. We weren't born with silver spoons in our mouth. We certainly weren't charmed lives as children. We had a lot more than a lot of other people did, but we were taught to appreciate every single thing we had. Now that I look back on it and I think I complained I had no shoes, well, if we had no shoes at all, I guess I would complain too. But then when you meet people who are much less fortunate, maybe they were in an accident and they're crippled, or maybe they got sick, or maybe they just didn't have the money to go to doctors and things like that. That's when you really, really learn to appreciate the meaning of a saying such as that. So I encourage you, boys and girls, go on the internet, look up wise old sayings, look up old proverbs and things like that, and start reflecting on them and think to yourself, do these have more meaning to me now that I'm older and that we just fluffed them off when we were kids? Do they have more meaning to me now? And how can I apply those sorts of things into my personal life, like constantly being reminded of how much I have and how blessed I am? Now, listen, go out and be a blessing to somebody today, because you may end up being the only one who is on this whoop day, okay? And don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, JeanneSigler. Hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, and I'll let you know every time another Take Two is premiering. And of course, if you want to hear some good old-fashioned feel-good music, on my show, The Eyes of a New York Woman, please tune in at ultimateoldiesradio.com every Saturday at 8 o'clock Central Time, AM and PM, or that's 9 o'clock Eastern. Or you could also go to oldie700.com, oldie700.com, and that is on at 4 o'clock AM and PM Central. That's 5 o'clock Eastern. And you can hear my program. And then immediately following on the Oldie 700 station, you can hear Chef Michael on the road. So great weekend programming. Please tune in and send me a little message and let me know that you've heard it, okay? All right. Well, you take care. Be blessed. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day and into the weekend. Stay safe. I love you, and I will see you next time, okay? Bye-bye.